Let me press the record for our friends that don't make it on live. Good evening, everyone. My name is James Richard, and I'm a certified health coach with Optavia. Welcome to our Tuesday night client community call. The purpose of this call is we decided kind of Optavia, the company Optavia does a call like this every single week. And for many of you, you've probably been on those Monday night calls. It's a 30-minute call where they're highlighting a certain habit of health, and just it's a community time where we can come together to support each other, keep each other accountable. The reason why I really like this group, because it's a little bit more intimate, it's smaller, we can actually see each other. We can see our coaches on, we can hear from each other, we can come off mute and talk and share. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So tonight we are going to be going through element 16 in your life book, because again, this is a client community call. And we did this because we want to help support each other and really work on our habits and make this a lifestyle. And this is the tool. These are the tools and vehicles that we use to do that. When I don't know if you know this for our clients, if we have any guests, when you came to this program, when you got started with way more than just a weight loss program, but a lifestyle program. And a little bit about me and my story. When I started this, I actually wanted to become a coach. But I didn't need to lose weight. I didn't come into this for weight loss at all, but I needed to learn how to get healthy. And I wanted to learn how to change my eating habits. I wanted to learn how to get healthy, and with my sleeping habits, my energy was terrible. And so that's what the program did for me. It taught me what health really is. And so together as a group, we go through this life book, because this here is our program. And this is what's really going to teach us how to work on this, how to work on our mindset, how to make behavioral changes so that once we lose this weight, we're able to, we've developed the skills and the knowledge on how to maintain it and keep it off for good. And I'm probably not the only one that wants to keep this weight off, right? Well, I did do the program. I did lose some weight, even though I didn't want to, or I didn't come into this for weight loss. I did lose 20 pounds in 30 days, which was amazing. But maybe let's throw a 1 in the chat if once you learn how to lose your weight, you want to maintain it and keep it off. Is there anyone that wants to? Okay, we got some ones coming in. Very nice. I love it. Okay, so this is what's going to teach you how to do that. And so tonight, we're going to have an amazing coach, actually a coach's coach, who is helping a lot of people. She's helping coaches build and grow their business. And it's probably one of my favorite people, because she's just amazing. She has one of the biggest hearts that I know, and I know she truly cares about people. So I want to invite on Carol Gillette, and she's going to lead us through element 16 in your life book. So go grab your life book, turn to element 16, and we're going to discuss how do we deal with addictive food. Go ahead, Miss Carol, I'll turn it over to you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carol Gillette, like he mentioned, and my journey started in June of 2021. Unlike James, I definitely needed to lose weight. And I've been very blessed to be able to lose 62 pounds. So I'm super excited about that. But the bonus that I've gotten is I've had a better sleep, a ton of energy, and lots of help as far as arthritis. I used to have that really bad. So I don't have those issues anymore. But the biggest bonus has been the mindset. I'm becoming a better version of myself, and I'm kind of liking that. Didn't really know I needed to make changes. These changes have really opened my eyes to possibilities for my own self that I didn't realize I had. This program has taught me how to dream and to see that I can have more. So I'm really excited about that. The element that we're going to talk about tonight, as James mentioned, is dealing with addictive food. We're going to explore the danger of addictive food, identify the personal susceptibility to these addictive foods, and reinforce the importance of using the portion control plate system. Unfortunately, today, our society is completely saturated with how do we say it wrong? Cues to signal tasty, sugary, salty, and easily attainable unhealthy ultra processed food. We are inundated with advertisements and enticing brands, pictures, videos, and the access to high processed, high addictive food that's portable, it's cheap, and available for just about any occasion. When you think about it, I don't know about where you live, but here, fast food restaurants are everywhere on every corner. And in every break room I've ever been in, and every cafeteria I've been in, these cheap thrills are available easily for me to get. So when you are under stress, when you are having emotional crisis, or you're just bored, you can find a quick fix for your sugary um, jolt. Sometimes you felt like, I know when I was at work, I felt like if I just had a little piece of candy, I could make it. So I had a little energy for the moment. It was immediate, satisfying what I thought was the thing I needed, and but it was short lived. Dr. A calls this a habit of disease. This element is valuable to me personally, to all of us, because it helps us to see the danger, and to treat this white powder for what it is. It's toxic. And to reprogram our thinking to look at them just as we would cocaine or heroin, and to continue the course of healthy eating rather than healthy disease eating. So we don't want to have that short-term pleasure when we eat these sugary things, that have these long-term effects. And actually, bottom line is they kill us. Funny thing, it's a legal addiction. And we see pushers not on the playgrounds or hiding in the corners. Maybe they come up with a little trench coat, try to give it to you. No, actually, these pushers are our friends, they're our family members. And I'm sad to say, I was a pusher. Hello, my name is Carol, and I'm a pusher. I was a pusher, and I was addicted too. I was the one who would get up at 5 in the morning so I could make cupcakes to make sure the office had something delicious that day. And I would do it just about every day a week because it made me happy, because I thought I was making everybody happy. But what I was doing was helping people to stay unhealthy. And it kind of makes me feel really bad now. I feel sad about that. Um, but when we think about it, the average person in America, we're consuming 156 pounds of refined sugar a year, or an average of 26 teaspoons of sugar a day. That's a lot of sugar. We don't even think about it because it's not necessarily that we're putting that in our coffee, but it's hidden in the foods that we're eating. And you know what? It's socially acceptable to be addicted to food. Drug addiction or alcoholism, they have a stigma of shame, but food addiction does not. Yet this addiction is responsible for more deaths than anything else. This addiction is responsible for heart disease, strokes, diabetes, obesity, and so many other serious illnesses. What we're looking for is optimal health. We want radiant health. And when you take your book and you look on page 319, there's a picture of two scenarios. One is a little man who's looking lively and energized, and he has radiant health. That's what we're going for. And then you see another little man at the bottom, and he's all crumbled up and bent up. And that's what we don't want. So the difference is the way that they eat. What we're striving for comes from eating healthy foods. And we are so blessed because we have Dr. A's program, which clearly lays out for us exactly what foods to eat so that we can have a healthy body. Last week, we actually talked about element 15, which literally broke it down. So we knew exactly what to eat, even color coded it. So we knew exactly what to eat so that we would have a healthy plate. We even talked about the fact that we would have a 9-inch plate as opposed to a regular big plate that we've been eating from. That alone makes a difference in, what you can put on your plate. So in our journey to optimal radiant health, Dr. A says to avoid introducing ultra refined sugar and flour into our diets. Just avoid it. Think of it as toxic. These foods cause insatiable hunger. It blocks leptin, which is the hunger suppressant hormone, and sends the insulin up, thus leading to cravings and addictions for more of the same. So it's kind of like that rat that's on that little spin thing, and we just keep going back for another cookie. I know I do. I know for me, if I go, and I love chocolate chip cookies. Oh my goodness, I love chocolate chip cookies. So if I go in and get a chip ahoy cookie, I may get three, one goes in my mouth, and then that means I really didn't have three, right? I don't have three when I go sit down. So I need to get one more. So I'll have three when I sit down. But on the way there, I've eaten the one that's in my mouth. Now I have three in my hand. So maybe somebody stops me or I see something, I put one more in my mouth. Now I still don't have three when I sit down because I need three when I sit down. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. It's a vicious, and you can't help yourself. I'm telling you, you can't. So it's interesting that's found that when we eat this sugar, our brains actually light up like cocaine or heroin. If we had just taken cocaine or heroin, our brains light up. And we have the anticipation of gratification, and constantly we're looking for that next high. That's how we know we have a problem. When you look at your book and you go to page 322, you're going to see a list of questions that'll help you to determine where you are and how susceptible you are to being addicted to these foods. So some of us aren't. Some of us can. I mean, my husband, man, he can do one Oreo. I'm like, what the heck? Who does one Oreo? You need to have three Oreos, right? Because you open them up, you eat the creamy white stuff, then you have the two chocolate pieces, and you use those for dunking. Hello, you need at least three to make this all work. But he can do one, so he doesn't have that problem. He's not like me. He can make this thing of Oreos last 2 weeks. Not me. Who does that, right? So we're not all addicted, but it is good to take this little test because it'll help you to determine where you fall and how addictive you are. I recognize that cookies are my kryptonite. My name is Carol, and I am addicted to cookies. Hello, let's just own it. That's what I am. So, some suggestions to help us stay on course is to just live out loud. Declare your goals to everyone. Come on, let's be real. If I was an alcoholic, or if I was drug addict, or even if I had some health problems, when I walked into the room, you know what? I would say, you know what? Keep me away from those because I can't be trusted. No, thank you, but no. But we won't do that when we know that we have an addiction to something this serious. Just live out loud. It's no shame to your game. Tell everybody I got a problem and keep it away. So you can do that on social media. You can do that in public. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell them before you get to the party, before you get to the gathering. So there's no embarrassment. They know. And just remember, you don't want anything to derail you. You've come too far to go back. There's nothing back there. Think about how you feel right now and stay on course. And I just want to say, when you start taking care of yourself, you start feeling better. You start looking better and you start to act better. And it all starts with you. So take control of your life. Make the decision. Stop, challenge, choose. Choose you. That's all I got. What did y'all get from that? I'm supposed to say that. I forgot that part. So there we go.
I love it. Thank you, Carol. You guys, can we please, please, please give it up for Carol and just throw some love in the chat? Um, that was really, really good. Thank you, Carol, for being transparent. Appreciate you for being honest. Um, because you're not the only one. I mean, Carol, I am also a chocolate chip addict, and I've owned it, I've admit it, and I know that I can't have them. When we go to the store and I tell my wife we can't even buy the Oreos because I know I'll eat the whole thing in a day and a half, it's gone. Easy. So yeah, so good. Thank you, Carol. You guys, yeah, throw throw some love in the chat for Carol. But we would like to hear from you now. What have you gotten from this element, or how has this element helped you? Really, as you guys are thinking about that, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, and this is in your life book. And as you're going through this life book with your coach, um, hopefully they're also asking you these same questions as you go through this life book together. And we would love to hear from you. So if you guys can just raise your hand and come off mute. But as you kind of share with us what you got out of this element, what points stood out to you, are you also addicted to cookies or whatever? Just have these 3 questions in mind. What does this element mean to you right now? So think about that. What does this element mean to you right now? What does this element give you the opportunity to reflect on? And what actions are you going to take as a result of this element? So as Carol mentioned, we would love to hear from you. Go ahead, Charles. Go ahead and start us off.
I like this element because it actually encourages me even more so to expand my horizon with food, because I've always been that type of person. So if I'm going to do that, I want to do that in a healthy way. So if you think about like what you are addicted to, it's like, okay, so how can I intake something in a healthy way as opposed to going after this cookie here? I remember we talked about like 5 or 6 elements ago. No, I think we actually had a bigger community meeting when we were talking about certain concepts, like taking our brownies from Octavia, and if we're at a gathering, putting it next to the other unhealthy brownies type thing, kind of, messing with your mind in that way. Like when it comes to me, I'm a straight foodie. I just like food, and I will not engage in any food fights. If you play with my food, you're gonna have a missing arm. I'm just saying. I do not play about my food. But yeah, that's really where it encourages me. Like, find a healthier option. If I want something sweet, like what I got in here in this cabinet right now, with my feelings that I can have, and it does right by me. Do I even need it at that time? Okay, so I like it. It's something that it's a nice little challenge. I'll just say that part. Yeah.
Nice, very nice, Charles. Thank you, brother, thanks, man, for sharing that. Really do appreciate that. Very cool. Let's keep it going. Fadia.
Well, unlike Carol, I'm not a sweet eater, so chocolate chip cookie, no thank you. But I'm a salt eater. And for me, I when I was going over this, even though I had to skip a few because I'm not there yet on my own, um, it helped me to definitely apply the stop, challenge, and choose, because I found myself to do that, because when I have my cravings are very particular. It's not just I want cookies or I want something salty. It's particular to the particular place, to the herbs that's in it, to a certain way it's cooked. Is very particular. So I found myself I really have to pull myself away and really using the stop, challenge, and choose, and that works for me. And go for a walk or trying to uh, get my mind off of it, or drink more water to see if I can shake it off, because it's most likely. And sometimes I've been trying to see, okay, where is this coming from? Am I stressing? What am I stressing about? Why do I want not just, why am I craving for not bacon, but bacon with applewood type of deal? So particular for me, but I really appreciate this when I was going over it, because it really shows me to apply more the stop, challenge, and choose option.
Wow, that's really good. Really, really good. I love all the consciousness too. Thank you, Fadia. Let's keep it going. Is it Jamie? Yep, that's Jamie. Go ahead, Jamie.
Well, this element has really kind of opened my mind right now. I didn't realize that it was considered an addiction. I didn't look at it that way, and I didn't think about it in the way that it is just as bad as cocaine and that it's killing us. And this is where all of our issues are. So this has really opened my eyes to how bad, this the sugar and the flour is. I need to be able to change my mindset though, because I'm still in that phase where, oh, once I start eating back normal, I can have a couple of these things. And when I took my test and found that I am high risk, it's basically saying don't do it at all, even when, just avoid it altogether. And that's something that I'm going to have to work on. I will tell you guys, I had an epic fail yesterday, as Carol knows. I didn't even want my phone call with her. She was trying to get in touch with me, and I knew I was so bad. I had a piece of pizza and I had a macaroon yesterday, and it was delicious, but I felt so guilty and I was so ashamed that I fell off and killed my fat burn. But not realizing though that when you take these and you eat these things, that it's the dopamine that's actually, the hormone is creating this stuff in our minds, and it makes it almost impossible to fight it. So knowing that now, I am going to work harder to fight it beforehand, because once you get that in your body, there you can't fight taking another piece and taking another bite. And I just spiraled yesterday. So starting over today, starting over fresh, I'm very glad that Carol pushed me to be here tonight and to study ahead for this one, because this was definitely a chapter I needed. So thank you, Carol.
So good. Very nice. Thank you, Jamie. Thanks for sharing that. And I'm glad you came too. And thanks for sharing. All right, let's go to the famous Keithia.
Oh my goodness, famous Keithia, Lord have mercy. Well, hello everyone. Good to see everyone. You guys are like really like family, because I really like have to get on every Tuesday night. But this experience was reading this and then hearing Carol talk tonight. Oh my goodness. What she said was so real, because the main thing that really stuck out, and I always say this, why get this far and mess up? So, with that being said, the weekend was Super Bowl. It was a little challenge. It was a little challenge, but you know what? When you have your mind set, you don't go after those foods. So, I'm just going to speak of a little experience. My husband, he's a chef. So he did a lot of cooking, and I had, a couple of people, friends over. And the food, I'm not going to lie to you, that's what I used to eat. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking, I'm like, okay, you can't do this, Kiki, because if you go this far and then mess up, it's not even worth it. The food was, to me, it was not worth it. So got my shake, because my thing is I love nachos. And I know a lot of it is high sodium and um, some of the fats. Well, I say fats, which really fats and salt. So, and I love salt. I'm a salt eater. I love salt. So, looking at those nachos, I was like, "Ooh, those look good. Those look good." I said, "Nope, And when I say that look good, I have my alarm set each when it's time for me to eat. My alarm went off for my, as I call it, feeding time. So I went, fixed my shake, sat there, and I had my shake, had my water, and I was fine. Everyone was looking like, wow. They, and the main thing they saw was, they looked at my face. That's the main thing that they said, your face is slimmer. What are you doing? I said, well, I'll tell you about it later, and also I'll have someone to speak with you about it with more info. So it felt good sitting there with my shake because I came too far. I came too far. And everyone was asking about the shake. They just kept looking at me like, what is this? What was it? And then the lean and green time came, and they saw me do, I still stuck to my lean and green. And they was like, well, you got this. I said, I'm fine. I'm going to do my sauteed spinach, my lean chicken. I did it. My water felt good the whole day because I felt if I had me some nachos, I was going to feel so bad and so guilty. Look good, but just the outcome, absolutely not. So just want to say with Carol, and what she said, I so agree. I so agree. So this year, keep on going. I don't went too far to go back, and I'm going to keep on moving to, where I'm going to be at. Thank you.
That's good, you guys. So good. Throw some love in the chat for Keithia too. Appreciate that. All right, cool. Let's see. I know we're at time, but I would love to hear from. We have two more hands up, so we'll hear from you, and then we'll wrap it up for our client support call. And then I do have one announcement that I want to share with everybody before we do jump into our coaching call. Go ahead, Sylvia, and then we'll hear from you, Barbara.
Excellent job, Carol. Excellent job. You always know how to bring it home, and that was fantastic. And everyone in the chat, Keithia, and everybody's name is moving up so quick. Y'all, your comments are right, spot on, and you are not alone. I had a baking business. It's what I did. Affections, Confections, a dessert boutique. I was the cake lady, cookies and all that. It was really just a ruse for me to be able to eat the foods that I wanted to. So I was very, very encouraged to be able to get to this this element tonight. One of the things that Carol brought out, if you can avoid stimulating the hormone metabolic switches that stimulate insulin and allow leptin to signal the body that you're full, your body's going to give you the proper advice because, we're accustomed to our stomach speaking, but our bodies talk to us all the time and they tell us, this is good. If you eat this, this is good for you. And if you have something bad, even if there's something that's not good for you, our body talks to us before then too. But what this program does is teaches us to listen before we make the decision. And that's where stop, challenge, choose comes in. So keep doing what you're doing, and your body's going to continue to thank you for all the good decisions that you're making. And it's also going to reward you when you don't make the bad ones. So we're in there together.
Yeah, I love this. It's so good. All right, Barbara, go ahead.
Okay. I like the part dealing with cravings and addictions, and that it's like that refined sugar and flour is like cocaine and heroin. And I know that that's not something that I would want to take into my body. And actually, I knew that prior before our meeting tonight. And so when that stuff come in front of me, I avoid it because like some say, the effect that it would have on my body, and I'm diabetic. I don't want to go back. If I have that, then, it may not affect me today, but then again, then tomorrow I may want something. And then after a while, my sugar levels start going back up. Not only that, I'll start not feeling good. I'll start feeling my body aching, all that. But what was really crazy, and I seen this, I never really did it, that people go out in a cold, snowy night to get their favorite ice cream or pizza or even just a bag of chips. So, that's what cocaine, that's what addicts do. They call it the munchies. They have their, their drug and stuff, and then they get the munchies and they want to go out and eat. And that's what this sugary food do to our body. So, and it's dangerous. So, for me, I avoid it. It's like I was telling someone today, it doesn't mean nothing to me. Banana pudding sitting up there, chocolate cake sitting up there. It don't bother me for the simple reason I know the effects of it. And for me, and the roles that's in here, I look to a future time period where I'll be able to eat it. Right now, I'm trying to get through this part of this system. So I'm good. I don't need it. So I really enjoyed this. And I know we have some people here that's visiting that I invited. So, and if they're sugar people, then they know, we don't want to do that. We want to try to stay as healthy as possible. Like they say, stop, challenge, and choose. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Barbara. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, all of our everyone for showing up. Thank you for your sharing. Thank you for the comments, and really just being here, participating. For our guests that are here, first of all, welcome. And I'm sorry, I apologize, I didn't welcome you in the beginning, but welcome. We're excited you're here, and thank you for joining us. For all of our clients, this calls for you. That's why we set this up, because we know that as long as we have people that's on the same mission and journey as us, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around. Did you know that? You're the average of the 5 people you hang around. So the reason why Dr. A is brilliant when he designed these 4 components in this program is because he know that if you want to be successful on this journey when it comes to dealing with addictive food, when it comes to reaching your optimal health, your healthy weight or BMI, whatever your health goals are, you have to surround yourself with like-minded people. And when you guys agree that here in this group, from the people we heard from, are the type of people that you will want to surround yourself and hang out with, I know I do. I want to hang around Carol and Jamie and Barbara and Sylvia and Keithia, because who else we hear from tonight? Charles. Because I know if I hang around people like that, I'm going to be successful on my journey. So thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for being here. The one announcement I just wanted to share with you guys is this. I'm actually going to share my screen and show you, and then we'll jump into our coaching team huddle. Okay, let's see. Get that set up. Okay, cool. Barbara and Al, I see you. Can you see my screen? Can you see this? Yep. Okay, cool. So what we're going to be doing on February 26th at 11 a.m. This is a Saturday, I believe. I hope it is. We're going to be doing a health and hope night. And where I partnered with a few of these other coaches from all over the country. And what we're going to be doing is just sharing hope and health with everybody. We found a solution that has helped us transform our health and our life in many different areas, physically, mentally, and also financially. And so we're going to do a night where we're just going to share our program and share our story and how it's helped us. So I'm super excited about this, because this is when I met up with these group of these ladies, actually these coaches, and we really want to get our community healthy. We want to get as many people as possible healthy. But one of my personal goals, and when I talk to all these ladies, is they really want to help impact their families, because there's so much high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol in their families, in our communities. And so we said, well, let's get together and let's just share our story and see if we can bring some health and hope to people. We're also going to be kind of outlining our program and sharing. So take a screenshot of this. I'll post this in our client group, also in our coaching group, but wanted to invite you, but also to encourage you to share this and to bring a friend or someone with you that you feel that can benefit. If you have someone that you just want to see them get healthy, you want to share this gift with them, you can invite them, and we'll do the best we can to kind of share our stories, and hopefully we'll inspire them to want to make some changes in their health, in their life. So I'll post those in the group, but just wanted to share that with you guys, because I think that we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be really cool. Because I know from this, a lot of people's lives will be impacted. A lot of people. So thank you guys all for our clients for being here. At this time, we are going to transition into our coaching team call, our coaching huddle. You're more than welcome to stay. We actually encourage you to stay if you can. Not only do we meet together as clients, but we take a good 20, 30 minutes as coaches to meet together to really discuss and talk about how we can become better coaches, how we can help and support our clients, and also how we can grow our business. And so how we can really grow Dr. A's mission on getting the world healthy by getting our family and our community healthy. So that's what we're going to transition to now, into our coaching team call, our coaching team huddle. So if you can stay on, we'd love for you to stay. If not, we'll see you next week in our life book. Element, what we do today, 16. So next week, element 17. I personally like element 17 because it's how do we become a perpetual motion machine. A lot of people feel like when you think about activity and motion, it's just exercise, but there's a lot of ways to be active, and it doesn't have to necessarily mean just going to the gym, lifting weights, or getting on a treadmill, but how do we be more active? And that's what we're going to discuss and talk about next week. Cool. All right. Well, now welcome everybody to our coaching team huddle. And let's see, I'm excited because there's a few things that I wanted to go over and I think we can all benefit from. Let's see, I have my coaching call today with Jamil. Super fired up, pumped up about that. Carol got to join today on our coaching call. She got to get mentored by Jamil. So I do a coaching call with Carol and Ricky, and it went a little bit overtime. So Jamil just happened to jump on, and I said, Jamil, coach Carol. And I think it went pretty well. What'd you think, Carol? How was that? How was that for you?
It was fun. It was good. It was good. I got a lot from it. Wasn't expecting it though. It was good.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting either. I didn't know if he was going to jump on. I remember I said, let me text him, see if he's going to jump on, and then he did. But no, that was really good. Okay, cool. I actually wrote some notes down of some things I think would be really cool to discuss and talk about. Of course, we're going to open it up because I would love to hear from you guys. As everybody know, for the next 2 months, this is pretty much what we're going to be discussing and talking about is the hub. All of February, all of March, because that's pretty much what the focus is going to be. So if you, don't want to be kind of left behind on our coaching call, would highly encourage you to jump into the hub and really get with it, because that's pretty much all we're going to be discussing and talking about the next 2 months. But why are we so focused on this hub, and what is really the purpose? And I would like to hear from you guys, and we'll kind of open it up on what you guys are getting out of it. How is it helping you in your business? I know I was talking to Carol and Ricky again last week, and Ricky said something that it cracked me up. How did she put it, Carol? Or Ricky, what did you say? She said, Ricky, help me out.
It just seemed like it was coaching for dummies, or Optavia coaching for dummies.
Optavia coaching for dummies. And I love that. And the reason why I love that, you guys remember, and because right when she said it, I thought of those books. You guys remember those series of books they had, like parenting for dummies, golfing for dummies, like literally anything that you wanted to know how to do. They had those series of books where you can read it, and they just like broke it down step by step. I don't know if you guys ever read any of those, but I picked up a few of those. Yeah, because in a lot of areas I was a dummy and I wanted to learn. And so what Optavia did was, so in addition to the Saturday calls that we're doing, so you guys know every Saturday up until April, we're doing a call with all of Optavia, a training with the whole company, right? So got with Jamil and we said, well, how do we really help? I'm just be transparent and honest with you guys. How do we, for the ones that want to, because we cannot pull someone that don't want to, So for the ones that actually want to build their business, for the ones that actually want to go ED, for the people that actually want to help people, and we know you want to because of your actions. You know, a lot of people say, I remember Dr. A said that from stage. He actually said at this last event we did is, I don't watch what people say, I watch what they do. So for the ones that actually want to, Jamil, how do we like grab these people by the hand? And if we have to put them over our back and carry them to executive director, how do we do it? And so in addition to what we're doing with the company, he said, well, there's this really cool thing called the hub. I think that is, as Ricky mentioned, Optavia Coaching for Dummies, because you don't have to think about anything. It is literally like A, B, C, go do it. 1, 2, 3, go do it. But in addition to the hub, we said, well, what if we did like a daily motivation, like a daily awakening call for just 15 minutes. We'll keep it brief, we'll keep it short. But what if we got everybody together every single morning, kind of just give them 15 minutes of inspiration, motivation, which is why Monday through Friday. I know because I've seen a few of you guys on. Who's been on those awaken calls? Anyone been on those awaken calls in the morning? Haven't those been good? Pretty inspirational, quick, to the point, get you fired up, pumped up to get into action, and then we go to work. I'm excited because we're going to have a few coaches in this group that's going to be doing some of those awaken calls. So you guys look out for March. We're going to have should I tell you guys, or should we just surprise them? Don't tell them. Don't tell them, Carol. Okay, we won't tell them. Oh man, so I'm excited for that because we're going to have some coaches in our group that's going to be doing those some of those awaken calls this month. So that's exciting. But okay, so again, the whole point of this is to go ED. That was the whole point of this, what we're going to be doing the next few months. And Optavia strategically did this Saturday training, and we've strategically done this hub and these awaken calls. And the Tuesday, you guys know, hopefully you guys know by now, every Tuesday for the next 2 months, we're doing 3 power hours at 7:15 for an hour. Jamil did that one this morning. I was on that one. And then Alex Corona did one at 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. And then there's one that just ended. We don't do it because we're here on our team call, but Friday, every Tuesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time to 6:30. So we said, let's get 3 working power hours where we actually get people together and let's help them get into action. So just another strategic move, we said, to help those people that actually raise their hand and that say, okay, you guys, okay, coach, I wanna go ED. I really want to do it. Again, that's for the Grow Global event. Last week I was talking to Jamil and I was talking to him, and I'm just going to be again transparent with you guys because we're family. You know, you guys, a lot of us been here for some time now. And I said, Jamil, I love going to events. Like events are amazing. Events are one of those things where I really, you can't explain it. It's one of those things where you can't explain it. Like you have to be there. You have to go to really feel what an event can do for you, your life, your business, and your mindset. It's just one of those. And we have a few coaches that's been to event. I know Tamar's been to convention. Al's been to a couple big events. A few coaches here. Shadon's been to a big event. But Grow Global is one of those big events that's going to be going down in April. Of course, you have to be executive director in either January, February, or March to qualify to go. Why I highly, highly encourage you guys to qualify to get there, to reach ED, is because it's going to be a higher level leadership event, a higher level leadership training. Everyone that's there is ED and above. So you just know everyone that's there is pretty serious. And when you get around, again, you're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. So when you surround yourself with these coaches that you know they're very, very serious about building their business, they're very, very serious and passionate about helping people transform their life, it just does something for you, your mindset, and your own personal business. So It's going to be really good. And I've been to a Grow Global. I think I share with you guys. My definitely favorite event. I like it better than convention. Convention is really, really big. It can be overwhelming, but Grow Global it's smaller, it's more intimate. And it's going to be a great training, great event. You will, I can almost guarantee, if you come back and you make a decision, you will grow from this event. Definitely. Okay, so now we'll open up for a few minutes to you guys. And then I want to go over kind of, we're halfway through the month. What should we be focusing on in our business? And, with the since we're already halfway through the month. But let's open it up to you guys. How do you guys feel about the hub? First of all, are you even on it? Are you doing it? Do you even know about it? Maybe share with us which plan you're following. How has it been working out for you? Have you structurally blocked out time on your calendar to do the action steps? Have you been on any of the waking calls, the power hours, any takeaways, breakthroughs, or even questions about what we're doing now, what we're going to be doing and focusing on and probably talking about the next 2 months? Anybody?
Mhm.
Nope. Everybody's good. We're all in the hub and in action. We're all on the all in. Everybody decided to go all in, and we're structurally living off our calendar and doing the action step. Does everybody know about the hub? Who don't know about it? Does anyone not know about it? It's okay if you don't. Nelly, okay. Cool. Nelly, I really want to help you and get you started on the hub. We probably won't have time to do it on this call, but if you want, Nelly, if you stay on after we're done in about 10-12 minutes, I will show you step by step on what the hub is and how I can show you to use that to build your business. So I know that's something you want to. So if you want to stay on after, and I'll walk through it with you. And then Ricky, if you also want to, you can too, with her. But if not, it's okay. Okay, Andia, go ahead.
Quick question. So I saw the Tuesday power hours, the different staggered times. What are they doing within the power hour, like those times? What's going on in that hour?
Yeah, good question. Great question, actually. So each week they're going to be different. I think I'll be leading the one next week in the morning, but like this today, it was really focused on, again, introducing the hub, making sure everyone knew about it. But today, this morning, we actually had an outline, and it was one, showing you how to get structured with your calendar and with your time. And it was really cool because Jamil and Alex actually pulled up their Google Calendar. They shared their screen to show you how to be very intentional and structured with your calendar and how to block out times. And then they showed us and then allowed us to actually time to get into action and do it. So the whole point of this power hour is to get into action. It's not a training. It's not time where someone's just talking and going to be training you. It's actually a time where you're going to be shown exactly what action steps you need to do, income producing, or we call business building activities to help you move your business forward. So things that's actually going to help you acquire clients, action steps that's actually going to help you acquire coaches. And so that's pretty much what they're doing. So there's different, it's kind of sectioned out throughout the call, but different action steps to help you grow your business. And so you have these leaders that are doing it, and they're going to be kind of just showing you exactly what they've done to grow their business and why they are successful. And then what's amazing about this business is success leaves clues. So if you want to be successful, all you have to do is find someone that's successful, that has the business that you want, and then just go copy them and do exactly what they're telling you to do. Not, well, he said he's doing it this way, let me try to, change it up and throw my little own and throw a little curve. No, Just do exactly the way they're showing you and exactly what they're telling you to do, because it works. Yeah, go ahead, Donna.
What I liked about it was that, like you're saying, not only that they're showing us, but we're doing it at the same time along with them.
Yeah.
So like today with Alex, she brought up her Google Calendar. Well, we all went to our apps, downloaded the Google Calendar, and actually plugged in all our schedules into the calendar. And she puts a timer on so that, gave us like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something to do all of that. And then we did another session of something else. So it was like she worked along with us as we did it. Like we all went into Facebook at the same time and, worked in our Facebook for 10 or 15 minutes. So that's what I liked about it, is that she actually, we worked along with her as we were doing it. It was very helpful.
Yeah, that was so good. Even the conversations where they actually showed us how, Jamil actually, what exactly does he say to somebody to start a conversation? Alex did a perfect example of starting a brand new conversation with someone that she don't know. And tomorrow the girl's going to work out with her and they made a connection. She's going to do a health assessment with her. I actually text Alex after and I said, that girl's probably going to be coaching with you. And this is someone she didn't even know. And she actually showed you the lingo, what she's saying. So it's really cool to get the leaders to show you that. Carol, go ahead. I saw you raised your hand.
Yeah, I think Donna kind of covered it, but I really appreciated it because I can sit there and try to read it and try to figure it out, but to have someone literally walk me through the process and wait for me to do the same thing they did was phenomenal. So I literally have done a billion other things in my life. No one has ever done this kind of thing where they want you to succeed so badly and they take their time to show you. So this is priceless. I would definitely say if you are serious, then do everything you can to be at one of these power hours, because there's several times a day. And I have a huge crazy schedule. Find one, get on it. And then the call too is amazing as well. So yes, do it.
Yeah, good, feel good. Okay, cool, very cool. So again, if you want to know what the hub is, or you don't know, or you still kind of questionable about it, or you don't know what it is, stay on. We'll be done in about 4 or 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna go through show Nelly the hub. So if you want to stay on or have any questions, I'll actually share my screen, pull it up, go through it so that you can see exactly what it is. Okay, cool. So one last thing, one little activity I want to do with you guys, because, and this will be really, really quick. This is going to be a little bit interactive. So you will need your pen and pencil, and you're going to need to know where you're at in your business. So there's always dates where you want to do, we call mid business checkups, or dates where you do a checkup on your business. Always the 15th of the month. This month, there's only 28 days. So we're halfway through the month. So that was yesterday, is where if you're senior coach and above, this is where you pull out your map. And you pull out your map, you get on with your support team and your coach that you're working with. And this is where you want to kind of do a checkup and see where you're at and if you're on track to reaching your goals that you're set out to reach. If you're not senior coach, you haven't done a map yet, that's okay. Your goal is probably to reach senior coach, to bring on your first 5 clients. So you know what your goal is for the month. So if you're not at senior coach, your goal this month is to finish at senior coach. If you are a senior coach, your next goal is to finish at executive director. So we are halfway through the month. So this is where you want to kind of do a mid-business checkup and see, are you on track to reaching your goals? And if you're not, that's okay. We don't change the goal. So if your goal is senior coach, we don't change the goal and say, well, we're halfway there, I'm not on track, I'm not going to reach it. Or if your goal is ED and you're not halfway there, you don't say, well, I'm so far off, I'm not going to hit it. We don't change the goal. We change the work a little bit. We might just have to change the action steps. We might have to talk to more people. So this is what we want to do kind of mid-month at this time. So I want to just take a few minutes to go through how do you do a mid-month checkup and kind of see and assess where you at in your business? So if you guys can pull out a piece of paper and write down for the month of February, what was your goal? Write it down. Piece of paper, just write down, what was your goal for the month of February? Where did you want to finish this month? As far as rank, as far as frontline volume, what was your goal? Was it senior coach, executive director? For those that EDs, was it FIBIC? What was your goal? And what was the, so we know in order to reach senior coach, so next to that, if your goal was senior coach, write 1,200, because you need $1,200 in volume to reach senior coach. If your goal was to reach ED, well, we know we can do it the blended path with senior coaches, but you need, if you're doing it with all clients, you would do that with 6,000 in frontline volume, or which is about 17 fully ordering clients. Okay, so now how do we see if we're on track? So what is your current frontline volume? So right now, if you were to open up Optavia Connect and you look at your frontline qualifying volume, your FQV, what is it? Where is it at? And if you don't know, then I'm gonna give you a hint. If you want to be, if you're serious about your business and you're a CEO of your business, you every single day you want to go into your back office and know where you're at in your business. You want to be the CEO of your business. Okay, so and if you don't know how to do that, get with your coach and ask them, how do I check my frontline volume? So what is your current frontline volume? Does everybody have that? You know what your current frontline volume is right now? Not what it was 2 days ago, but what is it right now? Or what was it this morning if you checked this morning, this afternoon? Okay. Next one, write down is your projected volume. So if you have clients, if you're supporting clients, how many orders are projected to go through this month? So you want to write down your goal, ED, 6,000. What is your current frontline volume? And then what is your projected? So out of all of your clients, who's still projected or is still has an order that's going to process for the rest of the month from tomorrow on? And then what is that number? Again, if you don't know how to find that number, get with your coach tonight and text them, how do I find out my projected volume? Very, very important number to know. If you are a senior coach and above, you definitely should know this number, definitely, because it's on your map. If you're doing a map. If you're not doing a map, again, I'll just be transparent and honest. You're not serious about building your business. You're not being a CEO of your business. Okay, cool. So what's your projected? So now add up your frontline volume plus your projected, and that'll kind of tell you where you're going to finish the month at. It'll give you a good idea of where you're going to finish the month off. Now, for those that their goal was senior coach, is that number over 1,200 or under? If it's under 1,200, subtract that number from 1,200. If your goal was to reach executive director, you know your frontline volume needs to be 6,000, right? So you add your frontline volume plus your projected and subtract that by 6,000. And that will kind of give you a number. And now that number, you want to divide that number by 358. You guys with me? I didn't lose anybody, right? Okay, is anybody lost? I wasn't good at math. So if you're lost, I understand. Okay, so what number is that? What number did you get? You guys share that number. Carol, what's your number?
Okay, so I'm sorry. You want me to add my actual front line?
Your front line plus your projected. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, Carol, I picked on you because we did this today.
I know, right? What the heck? So my
Um,
front line, you want me to tell you what my front line is right now?
If you can just tell us if you're comfortable, if you want to, yeah, your front line
Okay.
and your projected
Okay, 2,443 is right now,
2,443.
and my projected
Yep,
is 3727.
3727. So she has 3,700 in a volume and orders still projected to go through this month. Okay, she already has 24 that went in. So if we add that up, Carol, what do we get?
6,160.
6,160. So we know for Carol to reach executive director, you need what? 6,000, right? So she's
Yeah.
over. So Carol is definitely going to, if all those projected orders go through, Carol is going to finish this month at her frontline volume at over 6,000, which would get her to executive director. Carol has senior coaches, so she's got executive director in the bag. We actually were on with her and Jamil, and we were talking about her next step is fully integrated business coach and showing her how to bring on more coaches because she'll probably be FIBIC by July by convention. We didn't go over that, but definitely that's where she's on track to hit. So we know Carol is, if any of those people push her orders out or if they cancel, she'll probably, I know talking to her, her game plan was to bring on 5 clients. So definitely that will kind of make up for if anybody were to push orders or cancel. So we know Carol is probably with her goal and what she wants, she's on track. And now she's just going to bring on those few clients to kind of, compensate if anyone does push her order out or cancel. Because last month, I know her frontline volume was, she wanted to grow 1 point. So that's why this month her goal was to hit 6,000 in her frontline volume, which is why she did that. Does that make sense, you guys? Go ahead, Donna.
So what is she dividing the 358 into, the 6,001, or is she minusing 1,200 off that 6,000 and then dividing it?
Yeah, so we'll take it from the top, Donna. So you're going to figure out what is your current frontline volume, right? Your FQV. Do you know what your FQV is, Donna? Okay. And then what is your projected? I believe
2587.
Yep. Okay. Uh-huh. And we know this because Carol and I did this earlier, huh, Carol? We were all up in your business, Donna. All up in it. But that's because we know you're coachable and you want to grow to the next level. So we were trying to figure out what we need to help you get there. Okay, so you're at, what was that again?
2587.
2,587. So then what you would do is, if you had frontline volume, you would add that to that, and then that number you would subtract from 6,000. So there's no frontline volume. So what you would do is subtract 6,000 minus 2,587. And what is that? What do you get?
In a second, I'm going to put this one in the calculator.
Mhm. Yep.
3413.
3413, and divide 3413 by 358. Why 358? Because if we're for a new client, the qualifying volume is about $358 you get. So that's why we're doing 358, because that's the volume you get for a new client.
Okay. So it comes
So if
to
you divide-
9.53.
9.53. So we know in order for Donna to reach 6,000 in volume, for her to reach executive director, she would need to bring in 9.5 clients. So we round that up. She needs 10 clients to reach executive director. Does that make sense, Donna?
Got one. They didn't.
love
One
it.
so far.
And so now we know, okay, so our goal is to reach ED. If we want to do it this month, Donna, you still have plenty of time. Halfway through the month, I've seen people bring on 10, 12, 13 clients the last 2 weeks of the month. Definitely. So Donna still has plenty of time to reach executive director this month. If she don't do it February, I know for sure she's going to do it in March. So those 10 clients, how do we bring on those 10 clients? Well, we're probably going to have to get one. I know we're going to have to get very, very structured with our time in our calendar. And if your goal is to reach ED, Donna is probably going to, on that hub, she's probably going to be doing the all in. If Donna knows I want to go ED this month, and that's my goal, and this is what I want, and she knows why she wants to do it, her decision is probably on, when you go to that hub, she's probably going to say, Carol, I want to go all in and I need you to help keep me accountable because I need to find 10 clients by the end of this month so that I can reach ED to qualify to go to Grow Global. And then she's just going to follow every single day doing those 1 hour power hours, doing those action steps. And if she's doing that consistently, there's no reason why Donna shouldn't be able to reach ED this month or next month.
Plus, she has Mike.
Cool. Anybody else? Anybody want to share their number or any questions on what we did and how we did that? Did that make sense? Make sense? Cool. Okay. So for those that aren't, that your goal is to just get back to senior coach. Well, I'm hoping everybody is here and you're still 10 minutes after because your goal is to reach ED. That's our focus right now. Of course, if you just want to go senior coach, cool. We love you. Great. We're going to support you and we're going to help you reach senior coach. But of course, and I know for me and even some of our leaders here on this call, our goal is to help you go at least executive director. I think eventually I want to get our group to where ED is the new senior coach. Like we come in and we're not even talking about senior coach. We come in, we bring on new coaches and we're talking about, okay, how do we get to ED? And let's do this in 4 to 6 weeks. Eventually that's the goal. Senior coach, okay, that was cool. Yeah, we'll celebrate you for reaching senior coach, but where our goal, our mindset, our focus is how do we build EDs? How do we get people to executive director? How do we get people to executive director? Then once we go executive director, how do we help our coaches go executive director? How do we do it? What are the action steps? What did we do? And then what are their action steps that they're going to go to ED? And then it's just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat, build EDs, grow ED, build EDs, go to ED, build EDs. Just duplicate that over and over and over. And as we know, ED is an amazing place to be. I mean, first of all, you're helping at least 17, 18, 20 people get healthy, which is, always first and foremost, we're helping a lot of people get healthy, which is incredible. This is where you really start learning how to live in structure and live off your calendar. In order to support that many clients, it's going to help you grow personally a lot because you're going to really have to learn how to get structured, and especially to maintain it, you're going to have to learn how to be structured. And financially, you're going to be doing pretty well. I mean, the average ED makes about $2,200 a month. So you think about where you're at right now in your life. If you had an extra $2,200 coming in from your business every single month, how would that help? How would that be helpful? What would you do with it? I know if you're like Ricky, you don't need it, so just send it this way, and I'll put it to use. Cool. All right, guys. Well, very cool. Any other questions? Nope. Okay. Well, let's see. We're back on tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., 15-minute awaken call. If you haven't been on those, get on those. It's going to be really, really good. I'll be on Thursday. So tomorrow's Kimberly and I'll be doing Thursday. So if you guys can just get on just to support me, even if I, do terrible, just throw a bunch of love in the chat anyways, just to, make me feel good. So I'll be doing Thursday. So hopefully you guys will see some of our group, some of our team on Thursday. I think I started telling you guys when I was talking to Jamil about our event. I love going to events, but I would love to do more with our team, with our group, with our team at events. So this event, the reason why I'm so pumped up, inspired, and motivated, and I'm texting you guys so much, and you guys know who you are because you're getting text messages from me over and over and over, is because I literally want to help you and support you. And if, like I told you, no, if I have to put you on my back and carry you to executive director, we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. But you gotta want to. You gotta want to.
Carry me.
Yeah, all right, let's go. You got to show up. You show up, I'll carry you. You show up,
Okay.
we'll make it happen. Okay, so we'll stop there because I know Nellie's on the East Coast and I don't want to keep her up all night because you guys know I talk a lot and I want to show her the hub. So if you guys need to jump off, that's cool. We'll see you guys next week. Stay in action, get into your hub, figure out which plan you're going to be doing, and just do the work. That's all it takes. Just do the work. And as we learn, it only takes 1 hour. 1 hour strategically in your calendar. 1 hour a day. 1 hour. We all got 1 hour somewhere we can squeeze in. I know it. Even the busy of us, the most busy of us. Cool. All right. So if you guys need to jump off, we'll see you next week. And Nellie, let's show you the hub.
Good night, everyone.
Hey, good night. You do great, Miss Carol.
Oh, thank you,
You
sweetie.
sure did good, Carol.
Oh yeah, Carol, amazing. Carol,
Yeah, you killed that. You killed that like a part in the meeting.
Okay.
Night.
Hey.
Night.
all right, very cool. Okay, so first of all, let me send you the link to the hub. So I'm going to put it in our Rise to Freedom coaching group right now so that you have it. Or if anyone has that accessible. There goes 8-week launch. Okay, so I just posted in our Rise to Freedom coach group, Nellie. So Nellie, before we can actually even talk about the hub, we need to know, well, I would need to know, very, very important for me to know because I don't want to push you to do something that you don't want to do. We want to coach you to your goals. Nellie, what is your goal? What do you want?
I really, really want to get this business in the goal. I want to make this like my career. I want to help a lot of people because I know they can help so many people. And I have an ultimate time. My husband say, I'll give you to July. If there's nothing happening in July, then you better forget about Tabia. Because he just like, he see me in the meetings and working and calling, and he just like, you know, you better do something or quit. And I don't want to quit. I wanna, know I have faith and I can do it. And that's what I want to do. Be more than executive director. I just want to be more.
Gotcha. Okay. Nellie, why? Why is
Because,
this important to you? Why are you here? Why are you here this late on this call? Why do you want to build this? Because there's so many different things out there you could be doing.
I just I always
Right.
like to help people. Like my main the work I want to do is always help. And I was in the medical field for a while. I started 25 years ago. Yesterday I come to this country, and I started working in nursing homes, and then in the ER. And I always like to help people. I can be in a store selling products, but I decide to just, is what I love, help people. And this program give me the chance to, I can help so many people